Hello, welcome back to Brassic and Boosted. It is episode 4 and this time it is suspension. Now, what's happened there? Oh no, don't remember that being there. Anyway, suspension. Now we're not doing nearly half as much work as I was hoping to. And that is because the previous episode, the cooling system, went well over budget. And if I was to just splash the cash in every episode, then the Brassic part of the title wouldn't really be relevant. So I showed you at the end of the last episode how low this driver's rear corner was sitting. It's because a coil spring had snapped. And it's taken out the ABS sensor, I think, as well, so that's something we're going to have to fix. The plan was to do lowering springs all around, a shitload of poly bushes, but yeah, that hasn't happened, isn't going to happen, at least not now. So what we've got are a pair of OE equivalent, I think, rear springs. I mean, if I was really being tight, I could have just done the driver's side, but chances are the passenger side is not going to be far away. I have got something a bit modification-y. It's a pair of these. These are front suspension arm, rear bushes. They're common as hell for failing on these minis. So yeah, get some of them in. I've also got a pair of, oh, nice. I thought I just had front anti-roll bar bushes. These are the front ones. Also got a set of rears. So a pair of springs was 30-something quid, and these bushes are £46 something, I think. So we'll add that on to here. I also didn't add on the spark plugs, so they were 30-something quid. And something I haven't told you is the resistor on the cooling fan was fucked. So once we had put the coolant in it, bled it all up, the fan wasn't coming on when it should, so I had to get a resistor. There is a video of me doing that if you want to see it, but yeah, that was £11 something for the resistor, so that should be the costs up to date. And yeah, let's get started. I've already taken the wheel off. There's a rubber boot that goes over the bottom bolt, I'm assuming to keep corrosion moisture out. However, when you see the state of it, it hasn't worked. It's meant to be a 21, and I've got a feeling this isn't going to come out easily. Right, so this is the bolt. I've got to undo, and look at the state of that. Wish me luck. But who knows? Hang on. Aye. Feels like it's quite tight on there. Come on. Hopefully 3/8 is big enough. Fucking hell. Oh my god. Yes. Ah. Cunt. work it back and forth. I think plenty of lube on it. Heat it is. So this is my source of heat. It's probably going to be the least effective available, but it is all I have available right now, so that's the next bit. Right, so I've got that just propped there, just applying constant heat. As soon as I let the heat off, it's going to cool down so quick because it isn't really putting the heat in there. I'd have been better with propane, but you know, this is all I've got. So I'm going to leave that on while I turn the bolt from the other side. That is the plan. And that was much easier. Amazing what a bit of heat can do. So now all we've got is two 13s up here, and this strut assembly should fall out. You get the idea. Right, and this should hopefully just come out. I think I've untangled it. Oh my days. Tell you something, I cannot wait to get a lift. So much easier. She's on the floor. Yes, obviously it was tangled around these. These sit in a bracket on the shocker itself, right there. But because the spring, you can see where that's snapped. It sort of come down over the sensor, almost over the brake hose. Yeah, nice. Now I was looking at a pair of rear struts off the Cooper Works, but they were £180, and to be honest, they were, yeah, a bit crusty, similar to this. So we'll just go for springs, and then if we need chockers in the future, if I still own it, we'll get shockers in the future. So I need to take this to work because I haven't got a spring compressor at home. Change the spring. I'll obviously do the other side, but you don't need to see that because it's going to be the same process as doing this side. And next, I suppose, is changing this D-bush for a polyurethane equivalent. And the rain's coming. Hope that I get this swapped before the rain starts bouncing down. Oh, and that should have enough movement in it now for us to whip that bush off. Might need a screwdriver just to prise that bracket off. So let's go and get one. So we'll just get the screwdriver in, flick the bracket off, probably take that to work, get that ground up and repaint it. And the bush should slide one way or the other. Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's in better days. To be honest, the common issue on these, the bushes obviously fail, get slack in them, and the bar sort of in the centre knocks on the subframe. It's quite a common issue, and obviously I guess because they're kind of out of the way, when an MOT tester's trying to get in, most of the time they don't fail, even though, yeah, there's obvious movement in them. So yeah, this will be a good job done. So these are the bushes. It's not Power Flex, they're problem solving bushes. And they're about, yeah, a third of the price of what a Power Flex is, and you know, for the same sort of material. I mean, polyurethane's polyurethane, isn't it? To an extent. So yeah, I'm going to just dry fit this for now and see if it goes on. One-handed, come on. That is going to fit nice and tightly around there, even though some of this powder coating has come off. That's still going to be a nice snug fit. Lovely. So that's going to be it for now. We'll be back at it in a few days once I've got to clean the brackets up, get them painted, take the shocker to work, get the spring changed. I might even paint the top mounts and this top hat. Maybe clean the shocker up. I don't know how deep to go with it, to be fair. So yeah, see you in a few days. Good while later now. And this is how deep we got. We've got new shocker, new spring. I've cleaned and painted the top mounts. Probably should have powder coated them because I have trial fitted these, and yeah, on the underside bits of chipping off already. Probably would have been quicker to powder coat them rather than me sanding them, rust treating them, priming them, stone chipping them, then lacquering them. But it is what it is. I didn't want to get too deep, so we'll get that fitted. No, we won't. Got this to fit first. Anti-roll bar bush, because once the shocker's in, it'll be a bit of a nightmare. So let's do this. Now I've covered the shocker spraying in this muck off corrosion barrier. I'm going to spray all these arms with it as well. For now I'm just going to, it's quite slippy, so I'm going to use it as a bit of a lube just on there, and just to help this bush and the bush bracket on. Here's the bracket. Obviously I've painted this, stone chipped this as well. Oh yeah, that slips on nice. Whew. Does it need to go that way a bit? And then I've got a couple of new bolts. These are just some randoms that I had in a bolt box, probably off a Volkswagen timing belt kit somewhere along the way. Got one started. We should be able to get the other started. Come on. Cheeky little nip on that. Boom, done. Whew. Let's get that strut in. Right, so we'll go in, up and in, into here. There's a hole here, and there's one here. And then I've got new bottom bolt and washer, because it was, yeah, well crusty, so for the sake of that, may as well have it. Let's go. And try and thread it through ABS wire and pad warning wire and brake hose. Don't really want to scuff it. Come on. That's the wrong way. Twizzle that. Is that better? I think that's more like it. Oh my god. Get one started. The other should follow. Go on. Ooh, yes. Nice. Oh, it's coming together. And then, yeah, with this, I'm just going to spray it on everything. Don't really know what it's going to do. It's got to be better than not having anything though, isn't it? Yeah. Right, let's get the bottom bolt in. Line this bolt up. I'll have to put some pressure down on this arm. And I've got a 21 on my ratchet. Switch to 1/2 inch, get more leverage. Ooh. Yeah. Oh yeah. Boom. Whew. Right. That's the rear suspension done. Unless it fails on something on the MOT. Hopefully it doesn't. That's a while off yet though. I'm going to put the wheels on. Get some air in the tyres because I think they're flat as fuck. We'll drop it. I'm going to move it forward a bit, and then we've got bushes, some poly bushes to do on the front end. Let's have it. Right, I've had a switch around now. It's jacked up, ready. I've had a quick look under it, and if this wasn't a budget build, I'd be getting new suspension arms for this because they're just a little bit scabby. Bit of corrosion starting to come through. Yeah, but as it's a budget build, yeah, just going to do the bushes. If it needs ball joints, like on an MOT, we'll do them when it comes to it. For now, I've got some subframe bolts to undo. Probably whip the wheels off, I think. And yeah, get the bottom arms off. Bit of a twat on these. Every time previous, I've done it by dropping the subframe right out. I'm hoping I can just do it by lowering the rear half of it. But time will tell, won't it? Also, just want to give you a sneaky peek of what episode 5 might contain. Look at that. Got new discs, some nicely painted calipers, some EBC. Can we see them? Just some Ultimax pads in the back of that. I've got some green stuff pads for the front. No, I haven't actually. They're in my watch list on eBay. So that's going to be episode 3 anyway. Let's get these bushes done. So, under here, 3 bolts there. 3 at the back. 1 of these either side. One up there, either side. 2 at the front that we might get away without undoing, but I'll probably do it anyway. Bottom ball joints. And you can sort of see these arms are just, structurally they're alright, but they just look a bit scabby, so it's probably me just being a bit OCD with it now. I should just undo it, get these bushes swapped, bang it back together. So 16mm on my gun. Let's undo the subframe. Nice. It's both ball joints loose. We need to go in back underneath now, and there's two 82mm bolts that face downwards through the anti-roll bar and that rear bush. Oh, fucking hell. Holy but Jesus. That's tight. Oh. Oh my God. Oh, fuck. Right, that was last bolt. I'm hoping there's enough room. Obviously they come out upwards. These front ones, there's plenty of room. It's the back ones that a bit of a nightmare. Usually I take the steering rack off, but I'm hoping I don't have to do that this time. There we are then, two suspension arms. Now I'm pretty sure I changed these bushes about 3 years ago, and I'm pleased to report that all the bolts were nice and tight, no loosies, so I'm going to have to take them to work because I need a vice to grip the arms in to get the bushes off. So hopefully somebody's at work now. It's a Saturday. I think one of the lads was doing a bit of overtime. Hopefully he's still there, so we've got to get these bushes changed. And there we are, look, all poly bushed up. Now we have got another expense on closer inspection. We can see this ball joint boot is split, and that is going to be an MOT failure, and because they're a bit of a twat to get to, I thought for an extra 23 quid may as well have a pair of new ones. Let's go. Look at that. Poly bush fitted. D bush fitted. Oof. New ball joint on. It's just starting to rain, so I need to get this together quickly. Got a tray of bolts there. Let's get them whizzed in. There we go then. This episode, suspension, done. The next episode, I think I've already alluded to it. It's going to be brakes. I've got new discs, some braided hoses. I've got some EBC green stuff pads for the front. I've got EBC Ultimax pads for the rear. And then a brake fluid change. So join us in that one. See you next time. Bye.